Can you delegate to another human being a right you don't have?
No.
Can two people delegate a right to another human being that neither of them have?
No.
Can a billion people delegate to another person a right that none of those billion people have?
No.
Can anybody in government ever have any right that I don't have?
By agreement, yeah.
Can you ever be obligated to do what you think is wrong? If an authority tells you do this and you think it's bad, can you have a moral obligation? Well, you might do it out of self-preservation.
It's a question of degree, Lark. I mean, unless you know.
You're wandering away from a
to answer your question, if you have a fundamentally immoral law, okay, I mean, where you're talking about doing something, you know, that violates fundamental rights or something on that order, then no, you absolutely don't.
Okay, good. And yeah, you basically said that before. The reason that makes the concept of authority explode is what it boils down to is you, Mr. Government, have the right to rule me in certain ways unless I decide that you don't. And that makes the notion of a rightful ruler just go poof. And the thing is, everybody believes that. Everybody, I can find an example where they say, well, in that case, you should break the law. Well, what you're saying is I, this human being, should obey the authority until I decide I shouldn't. Well, that means you're above it. It's not your master anymore. Just stay above it. Don't jump down below it and pretend you have an obligation to obey. Do what you think is right instead of what the master's telling you.
Larkin, Milgram experiment. No. So here.
Yeah, but I'm saying whichever direction I go in, I can never think, you know what I should do? I should do what I shouldn't do. And that's what the belief in authority requires. It requires believing I should do what he says I should do, even when I think I should.
No.
It's not about a bad government. It's about people cannot give to somebody else rights they don't have, which means people in Congress do not and cannot, in this Congress, in your Congress, in any government,
on the planet,
literally can't have a right that I don't have.
Look, let me tell you something, okay? When a government becomes... You know, this is what the colonists did, and this is what the Declaration of Independence says. It says if a government becomes abusive, yeah, you can reject it. So that notion of rejection,
can we still reject it in this country? Because I think they take you off to a prison for that now.
The thing is, that clause was a giant contradiction. That was the good part, where they said, "Hey, if it becomes
but the point is, rights, it's not you're not. Let me tell you, you want to construct a logical proof, okay? You can't do it. I mean,
yes,
look, John Locke was not, you know, he didn't like miss some fundamental mistake.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of dogma.
Absolutely,
there's a lot of dogma. I agree with him.
He missed the biggest mistake in the history of mankind.
All right, well, listen, you can have that opinion, but I can tell
that's the next debate. Is about Locke.
If you tried to construct a logical proof. Too bad. I'm imagining he's looking at me, you know.
I just did too. If people can't delegate rights they don't have, people in government can't have rights I don't have, which means they're not authority. The end.
His terms are clear, his premises are true, and therefore his argument seems to be valid. What do you find a fallacy in it?
Because it's the same as his contract. He's giving authority to an arbitration system. Okay.
No, I'm not.
When you sign a contract,
I didn't. You made up that example of if that happened. That never happened.
Right, but
I didn't agree to have anybody rule me at all ever. Who else in the world? If everyone else in the world wanted to give to Congress the right to steal my money, could they do it? When none of those people have the right?
People could come together and agree to be taxed. I wouldn't.
I didn't. That's not what I asked.
Fine. Right. That's fine.
7 billion people, do they have the right to agree to take my money when I didn't agree?
I would say, here's what I think. Okay,
that's a one-word answer. Yes or no?
I think no person should be compelled to be a member of any government. Okay?
So, why don't you answer the question? It's not a complicated question. You can elaborate afterwards all you want. Can 7 billion people give the right to steal my stuff to another human being?
Don't
Yes
appeal
or
to
no?
laughter.
I think I already answered that question before.
Is it yes or no?
It's only yes or no. Saying yes or no is shorter than saying I think I already answered that before. So can we have a yes or no? Can 7 billion people give somebody the right to rob me?
No.
And that's what a constitutional republic was supposed to be, that 99% couldn't take away the rights of the one person here out of the 100, right?
Except Congress shall have
Oh, sure, of course, yeah.
taxes. Whoops.